Now we're going to do an assisted stretch for the hamstring. I have an old belt here. You can also use a towel, you can use your own belt, any kind of strap that gives you some support. What you'll do is you start off by laying on your back. We really want to make sure that the low back is pushing into the ground throughout the stretch and that your shoulders are away from your ears. You don't want to be here. What you do is take the ear strap of choice, place your foot on the inside, then straighten out the back leg. Now from here, the most important thing is to keep the leg straight. So that means that this is as far as you go and you feel a big stretch here. This is where you're going to hang out. If you can, you try bringing the leg up. So I'm going to pull myself into my passive range of motion, which is at about close to 90 degrees. I'm starting to feel a stretch in my calf and a little in my hamstring. Now, if you start feeling anything behind the knee, you're going to have two options. Bring the strap back down or slightly bend the knee. If you're trying to stretch and you feel something behind the knee, that's going to be some nerve type of tension and you can't stretch out of that. So find your position. Ideally, we would spend a couple of minutes here, but you're going to spend 5 breaths. Now we're immediately going to go into leg lowering. So keeping the position on the top leg, you're going to bring the bottom leg to meet, and you're going to push your low back hard into the ground and exhale your leg down. 5 reps. Inhale. Most important part is that that low back stays on the ground. On the next leg, I'll show you a different option on how to make sure that leg stays straight. We're going to do 2 more. Pulling my shoulders away from my ears. And then gently bring that leg down. Switch legs. And what I'm going to have is a yoga block. You can use a pillow or you could use a rolled up towel, a foam roller. This is a way, if you can't keep your low back on the ground, you can bolster the bottom leg, as you see I'm doing here with my yoga block. So pull yourself up. Remember that if you feel any discomfort in the back of the knee, you're going to have to either lower the leg or slightly bend the knee. I prefer you lower the leg and find where your best position is. So this is about where I feel a stretch. I'm going to hang out here for 5 breaths. That's 5. Immediately going into leg lowering. And remember, you can have this bolster here to make sure that your low back stays on the ground. Drive my heel up to the ceiling, push my low back into the ground, ears away from the shoulder. Blowing the leg down. Forcing that low back into the ground. One more. And you'll notice I'm trying not to hold any tension in my neck or face. Slowly come out of the stretch.